Travel consideration provided by...
If you've had thyroid eye disease for years, and things are a no-go because you keep seeing double, or your bloodshot eyes have you seeing red, it's not too late for another treatment option for thyroid eye disease, also known as TED. To learn more, visit treatted.com. That's treatted.com.
What did it mean to be still?
I wouldn't know. I was never still.
That is a glimpse at Michael J. Fox's new documentary, Still, streaming May 12th on Apple TV+.
The sad sack story is Michael J. Fox gets this debilitating disease and it crushes him.
Happening now.
We're not done with the rain yet. More is on the way. I'll have the latest look at radar, talk about how much more rain is likely to come and when, along with rainfall totals and your Easter weekend forecast in just a bit.
We are standing outside the Moody Center where the Spurs will play their first ever regular season games in the city of Austin. Well, we spoke to the Sports Commission here about the impact of the silver and black in Austin and what they anticipate from this weekend.
The Easter holiday is this weekend, and as you can tell, families are already claiming their ground here at Brackenridge Park. We're following up with Parks and Rec to learn where they're at in their tree maintenance effort. We'll be hearing from the city forester. The news at 5 starts right now.
First at 5, yes, a very rainy day for San Antonio and all around us, including where this video was taken in South Bandera County.
Yeah, this is about 8 this morning, and that's way more than rain. Hail mixed in with this storm. Things have slowed down since then, but will the gloomy weather stick around? And where is it heading next? Here's our Adam Caskey.
Oh yeah, we have a break in the action right now, but more rain is going to develop and more is on the way, basically, later on tonight and off and on through the day tomorrow. But you take a look at the radar currently, most of the action is east of San Antonio. We're talking Lavaca County, Hallettsville to Shiner, Moulton, Gonzales, down toward Cuero, even Nixon Smiley area stretching down to Kennedy. That's where we have the heavy rain. And these green boxes, those indicate the flash flood warnings because we've had these narrow bands of heavy rain set up and train or follow each other since last night. And that's where we've seen, in some instances, over 6 inches of rain. Right? That's a lot. So a little bit of flash flooding going on east of San Antonio. Locally right now, we've got a little bit of activity. Not a lot. This is very light in nature. And this is mostly on the east side of town, 1604 and I-10 down toward China Grove. But again, we are expecting this to fill in the radar and the shower activity to redevelop and fill in. Like we were talking about the past few days, this action is going to be coming and going. Not going to be raining continuously, but coming and going. Nothing along the border in terms of rainfall. 74 right now in Del Rio. Leon Springs, 0.68. Panna Maria. Look at that. In Debbie's backyard, 6.2 inches of rain measured by her rain gauge. Roger Gibson, 6 miles south of Lavernia, 4.4 inches. Mico, Dean's backyard, 1.36. I'll be back in a little bit to time out our next rain showers. And we're going to talk about how much additional rain we can expect and where. And of course, the Easter weekend forecast coming right up.
And we know some people who are watching very carefully what Adam is about to do here.
Yeah.
But rain's not going to stand in the way of a long-standing tradition here. Families are still going to be camping out at the local parks for Easter weekend.
Yeah, aside from the weather there are other concerns. The city of San Antonio's park and recreation crews have been trying to address those to ensure parks are safe and secure to the public.
Jonathan Cotto live at an Easter hotspot with what the city is doing to keep the trees and the campers safe. This is important right now.
Yeah, this is a very popular spot for so many families. We're here at Brackenridge Park, where crews with Parks and Rec say they've been busy cleaning up, making sure that they are addressing any high-level risks in this park. And I'm actually standing in an area where a tree has already been removed. The city forester says this is where an old dead pecan tree was that was leaning over this picnic table you see here on your screen, presenting a significant hazard. Now, we spoke with Michael Helinski, the city's forester, earlier today to learn where they're at in their tree maintenance efforts ahead of the Easter holiday. This is what he had to say.
So we've been out here doing some tree removals, limb removals, tree maintenance. That doesn't necessarily mean that, members of the public shouldn't be vigilant when they're out here setting up for Easter. Just making sure that we're, casting an eye up, making sure there's nothing dead above us, making sure there's no major limbs, anything like that, just making sure we're as safe as we can possibly be.
Now, a major portion of Brackenridge Park is still blocked off to the public. A lot of these areas you see on your screen are popular spots for campers during Easter Sunday. Now, he says in these areas is where there's more detailed canopy work taking place. This is part of an ongoing project. Now, back out live, it's important to note that the curfew here at Brackenridge Park is being lifted at 11 p.m. and will resume again at 11 p.m. on Easter Sunday. Reporting live from Brackenridge Park, Jonathan Cotto, KSAT 12 News.
Thank you, Jonathan. Let's check out the roads right now. We're going to go to I-10 at Escondido Creek. And you can see actually some of the road that's under construction there with a lot of water on it. But there is smooth traffic, though, going in both directions again. I-10 at Escondido Creek. To an update now on that fatal stabbing of a John Jay High School student. A suspect is now in custody, 18-year-old Jesus San Miguel, accused of stabbing Joshua Eugene Kinnaman during a fight outside of a restaurant that was right across the street from the high school on Tuesday. Arrest records state the fight and stabbing were caught on video surveillance. San Miguel was arrested yesterday.
A third man behind bars for allegedly being part of the new tech crime ring that reprograms keys in order to steal vehicles. Take a look at Miguel Gonzalez. He's the latest arrested, accused of stealing nearly a dozen vehicles by reprogramming the keys there. Two other people charged told investigators that Gonzalez purchased the device that was used to reprogram those keys, but he claims it belongs to another one of the suspects. The group is believed to have made about $20,000 from at least 10 thefts. At last check, Gonzalez is being held at the Bexar County Jail with bonds totaling $40,000. A 69-year-old woman will spend the next 20 years in prison for hiring a carnival worker to kill her son and his wife.
Ruth Ann Comer was convicted of this last December, but this case has been in the courts for nearly 10 years. Comer was first arrested and charged in this case in 2014, only to have the case dropped, then reopened, then charged again. Comer also previously a person of interest in the 2012 murder of her boyfriend. She was never charged, though.
A man who was charged with murder will now spend 10 years as well on a lesser charge of manslaughter. John Paulino fatally shot his 19-year-old friend, Michael Garcia Sanchez, in 2021. At the time, Paulino claimed that a car had pulled up next to him and somebody inside that car shot the victim, but he later admitted to his mother it was him. Paulino must now serve half of his sentence before he is eligible for parole.
A South San Antonio ISD school district trustee escorted out of the meeting by a campus police officer last night. Trustees were set to vote on closing West Campus High School, one step towards avoiding a financial crisis. Our Camelia Juarez spoke to board members who left the meeting breaking quorum, so no vote could take place last night.
Mr. Flores, I'm sorry, but the only one being disruptive here is you.
Trustee Manuel Lopez was escorted out by district police during last night's board meeting shortly after his microphone was cut off.
Felt like yesterday was just like a circus, of a meeting.
Shirley Ibarra was one of the trustees that left the meeting.
It felt like he was going overboard with his authority and not letting, my fellow trustees speak.
Last night was the third special meeting this year where trustees were set to vote on closing schools. So far, 2 elementary schools, Athens and Kindred, along with Kazan Middle School, are set to close in an effort to reduce the district's $12 million debt. Consideration to close West Campus was the only item on the agenda last night.
Sir, I'm going to ask you to stop right there.
Or you can throw me out.
But Board President Manuel Flores would not extend the amount of time trustees could speak.
Your minutes are up, sir.
My minutes are not up.
Go ahead and turn off the mic, please.
Yeah.
It went above and beyond and went into bullying tactics, and that is not what we're supposed to be doing as board members.
If West Campus is kept open, the board must also consider whether to complete millions of dollars in renovations to the campus.
It's going to cost us another up to $5 million to finish the renovations if we're going to keep it open.
The board is currently under investigation by the Texas Education Agency for dysfunction in the past. We've reached out to the TEA and they declined to comment. The next board meeting has not yet been set. Camelia Juarez, KSAT 12 News.
And it wasn't just the TEA. We actually sent an email to the TEA agent monitoring South San ISD and reached out to the superintendent, the board president, through the communications department of the school district. We don't have a response yet. Still waiting.
3 Tennessee lawmakers who held a protest on the floor of the Tennessee House of Representatives now facing repercussions. Take a look at the video. The moment the 3 representatives walked out of an elevator, one holding his hand raised in solidarity with demonstrators. They were siding with the protesters outside the chambers who were calling for more gun control laws after the school shooting in Nashville. House leaders say their actions violated chamber rules of conduct, so they voted today to expel one of the representatives, and they want the same for the others. And a reminder, the deadline to register to vote in the upcoming May election is today. There are several ways that you can register. There's less than an hour left to register in person at the county registrar's office. That's at 1103 South Frio Suite 100. They're going to be open only until 6 tonight.
You can also fill out a voter registration application online. It must be postmarked with today's date. You can find all this information on our website, KSAT.com. By the way, Election Day is May 6th. We've heard a lot about the Spurs playing in Austin from the San Antonio side of things. Some nervousness maybe, but what is the interest level in the silver and black up I-35 North?
We'll find out soon. RJ Marquez live in Austin right now as the Spurs are getting ready to play a home game, but the home this weekend means Austin.
Yeah, that's right, Stephen, Ursula. Yeah, a designated home game, actually the last 2 home games that the Spurs will play this regular season. So we're standing inside the Moody Center right now. This is the home of UT Athletics, UT Basketball. And of course, this is the first time ever that the city of Austin will host a regular season NBA game as the Spurs get ready to take on the Portland Trailblazers in less than 2 hours here at the Moody Center. So we spoke with the Austin Sports Commission a little bit earlier, and they said the feedback that they've gotten from these 2 games has been positive, and they think that this is a great opportunity for the Spurs to grow their brand and extend their fan base throughout South Central Texas. Drew Hayes with the Austin Sports Commission said the city is excited to host these games as they build up their professional sports profile, and added the Spurs do have a strong fan base in Austin that travels regularly down I-35 for games at the AT&T Center. He said he understands the concerns that Spurs fans in the Alamo City may have about these games, but says that he's received no indication that the Spurs would leave the city of San Antonio or the San Antonio metropolitan area. He said it's also smart for the Spurs to tap into the corporate dollars up here and the population boom along the Austin-San Antonio corridor.
This area, Central Texas and down to San Antonio, is exploding with growth, right? And so when you look at the Dallas Cowboys and DFW, they're in Arlington. So I don't see why that there can't be a setup where we have a ton of fans going down to support the Spurs in San Antonio and then vice versa.
All right, and one thing to know, guys, is that the Spurs can do this. They can play these home games according to NBA bylaws. They allow a team to play a home-based game within 100 miles of that team's home city. So that's just one thing to keep in note as we get set for these 2 games here in Austin. Reporting live from inside the Moody Center, RJ Marquez, back to you guys.
Thank you, RJ. 'Tis the season of spring, and that means bring on the cleaning. It also is the perfect time to score some great deals on the tools to help you get the job done. Up next, from vacuums to great outdoors, we share what items you can save on through the month of April.
I'm Myra Arthur with a look at what's coming up tonight in the news at 6. We start with a question. How many police officers does San Antonio need? The city says a new staffing analysis shows the answer is at least several hundred more. Why so many, and how quickly those officers might be added? Plus, Governor Greg Abbott is addressing his plan to combat the fentanyl crisis in Texas. Stephania Jimenez is live in Austin this evening with the latest announcement from the governor on that effort. We'll see you for these stories and more today at 6.
It certainly doesn't feel like it outside, but it is that time of year to do your spring cleaning, yard work, spring cleaning. When the rain clears up, just getting outside and firing up the grill, all kinds of things ahead of us. So if your tools need a refresh to do all that, 12 on your side's Marilyn Morris shows us which tools are on sale this month.
April is the perfect month to get outdoors and to clean up on certain discounts.
Retailers tend to focus on seasonal items in April, with deals around spring cleaning and outdoor equipment for lawn care. It's also a great time to find sales on products that will help you enjoy the outdoors in the warmer months to come.
Consumer Reports tracks prices on its top tested products all year. So what's a good buy right now? Vacuums, for one thing. This Samsung Jet vacuum cleaner is a cordless stick vac, now down to $522 on Amazon. That's $127 off. A new lawnmower can tidy up the outside. This Ryobi mower is $349 at the Home Depot, $50 off. It's battery powered and pretty quiet. Before you hit the bike trails, buckle up. This Giro helmet aced impact test and has great ventilation. It's $69.95 at Amazon. And finally, it's a great time to get your grill on and dine al fresco. This Permasteel grill is $379.99 at the Home Depot. It's compact, has 3 burners, and an electric ignition. You can also look for sales on string trimmers, leaf blowers, and pressure washers to spring up this month. Marilyn Moritz, KSAT 12 News.
All right, let's take a live look outside. 52 degrees out there, and got a nice break here from the rains, but how long will it last, Adam Caskey?
I don't think it's going to last too much longer, and a break is a good thing, because when you get rain so heavy and it's coming down so hard, then you want a break. Otherwise, it can lead to flash flooding, and we've had some of that east of San Antonio. We'll take a look at how much rain has fallen and how much more we could get, and of course, when we dry out for the weekend in just a bit. Take a look at our rain chances. See, we're down to 40%, 6 o'clock now. By midnight, we ramped that up to 60%, so becoming more numerous and scattered, and then widespread again overnight tonight, and then off and on through the day tomorrow. Another round of intermittent showers and a few thunderstorms. You look at the actual rain gauge measurements, and on the order of 2 to 3 inches east of town. Gonzales nearly 3 inches and still adding to it. Kennedy nearly 3 inches. Adding to it. Tilden 4 1/4. Officially at the airport, 1.13, the most we've had from midnight to midnight since August. Hey, that's something. Baby steps, right? We're going to add more to it as well. And this is great. I got this photo from Falls City posted to KSAT Connect through our Weather Authority app. And this is a 5-inch rain gauge at its brim right there. So that's good to see. We need the rainfall, and some of us are getting that break right now. Around San Antonio, we're getting the break, not getting the break. East, Gonzales to Hallettsville, down toward Cuero as well. That's where we have the action right now. Some heavy showers, of course, some rumbles of thunder. Nothing severe here. There's the off chance of a stray severe storm closer to the Gulf Coast, but we're not expecting much, really, if anything, in terms of actual severe weather. Radar estimates, look at this purple line here. This stretches from Campbellton to Falls City toward Gonzales. That's a swath of 6 to 7 inches estimated by the Doppler radar because of those strongest storms following each other since last night. All right, here's our futurecast, and it's indicating that lull in the action locally even through 8 p.m. But then some more development thereafter, 10, 11 p.m., some scattered activity popping up again, becoming more widespread and numerous through the night. Expect another damp morning commute with breaks in the showers and storms, which is a good thing because you don't want it all at once. It's good to have it intermittently coming and going. And then I do think we'll see most of this activity start to taper off by tomorrow night. But clearly the evidence is there that we are expecting more periods of widespread showers and mostly non-severe storms developing tonight and through the day tomorrow. And then right now we're dry for the weekend. It's looking pretty dry. Additional rainfall, another 1 to 2 inches we think is a pretty good bet locally. Some higher amounts as you get east of San Antonio where they're seeing most of the action, but an additional 1 to 2 inches we think is a pretty good bet around San Antonio and surrounding communities. It's cool, feels like fall, 52 degrees. Actually the warmest temperature all afternoon was 53. Meanwhile, Del Rio has sun at 73 degrees, 51 in Helotes, 49 in beautiful Bulverde, 52 in Bandera, Gonzales right now at 51 in the rain. So we've got that rain chance at 70%, so fairly widespread for a good portion of the day tomorrow. In the 50s again, that's the best we can do. It's going to be another chilly day tomorrow with the north wind at times 10 to 20 miles per hour. 50s for highs tomorrow. By Saturday, we're at 70. Drying out, but mainly gray. Comfortable low humidity. Easter Sunday, dry, comfortable low humidity. 55 in the morning, mid-70s by the afternoon. And we're going to stay in the 70s for highs next week with comfortable mornings, too.
Yeah, seasonal.
Yeah, more so. Actually, a little below average.
Yeah, I like it.
Is it cold up in Austin, you think?
I don't know. I doubt it. I doubt it's much different than it is here in San Antonio. Maybe the venue.
That's what I'm wondering.
Let's check in with Larry Ramirez live. Larry.
Yeah, the weather's the same. It's been cold and rainy all day, but yes, you're correct. Also, the venue completely different. We're here at the Moody Center, and the Spurs are behind me on the court warming up. Malachi Branham is out there getting ready for the game tonight. And you know, when it comes to the game, the Spurs, it's going to feel a little like home for them thanks to some of the fixtures the Spurs brought with them. And Trey Jones, well, he's used to spending time in Austin thanks to the G League. Coming up.
Yeah, no, it feels good, you know, being a part of history. You know, I'm excited, and like I said, hopefully we have a good fan base out here to support us.
Spurs rookie Malachi Branham is ready to make history in Austin tonight on game day. Good evening, everybody, and welcome live to the Moody Center in Austin, where tonight the San Antonio Spurs will host the Portland Trailblazers, and it's the first ever NBA regular season game to go down in Austin, and the Spurs are expecting a big crowd tonight. Now, the Spurs arrived yesterday afternoon around 3:30, and then this morning they held shoot-around here at the Moody Center. Keldon Johnson wasn't here, though, because he's dealing with a stomach issue, but the Spurs told us that he does want to play tonight. He doesn't want to miss out on this one. Doug McDermott, who's dealing with the right ankle sprain, also stayed back at the team hotel. And how about this? Spurs Hall of Famer Manu Ginobili made the trip. It's always good to see Manu. The Spurs getting a little taste of this arena before the game tonight is a good thing.
It was really, really nice. This is nicer than most NBA arenas for sure. But yeah, Texas obviously has all that kind of power. So this is really nice though. I never got the chance to play here, so it's a nice experience for sure.
Yeah, it felt good. You know, this is nice. I've never been here before, so getting up some shots, and you know, hopefully we have a good crowd tonight. So
excited to play in front of a different Spurs fan.
Yeah, definitely. You know, we're 90 miles away. You know, from Austin, so it's definitely going to be good to see some Austin Spurs fans, so it's going to be good.
Own home court and first two rows of floor seats from the AT&T Center along with them, and that certainly makes this feel a little more like a home game for San Antonio. Now, Spurs third-year guard Trey Jones is having a career season, averaging highs in points, assists, and minutes per game. Trey spent time here in Austin with the G League Spurs, which was invaluable.
Yeah, my time in Austin, you know, meant a lot. As far as developing and everything goes. Obviously, the Spurs are big on using the Austin Spurs and the G League team, but I think it's just big for developing and helping us players just transition to the next level. Obviously, it's a completely different game that, you know, we haven't really played. High school isn't like that. College definitely isn't like that. So.
Spurs host the Blazers tonight at 7. Devontae, Doug, Jeremy, and Devin are all out. And you know what? The Spurs released 500 standing room only tickets for this game, so they're definitely expecting a big crowd. And coming up at 6, the Spurs talk about the importance of playing here in Austin. Back to you in San Antonio.
All right, Larry, we'll see you then.
We'll be right back. Thanks so much for watching the News at 5 with us.
World News up next. We'll see you back here at 6.